can start. It's on.
Daily report of Friday, 9th of May 2025. I woke up in the morning at 5:30 p.m. I prayed to the Lord, washed my feet.
You
Prayed to the Lord. I prayed
to the Lord.
Washed.
This today like this, I'm working on that brush. I should keep saying brush to my
Brush. The brush.
Voilà. Brushed. We have been sitting the whole. Brushed my teeth.
Okay, then brushed my teeth. I woke our children up. I hurriedly went to the kitchen, warmed food, and did some chores. My mother, my sister, and I went into our car, our children. We dropped them at their school. Our driver dropped me at Encampments. I took a taxi to Bastos. When I came there, it was only one patient. That's why I finished quickly. I went back to the house without calling or telephoning my mother to find out if they already got down. Because in the morning she went to Santo Pastor accompanied by our driver. When I left, the gates was closed. I firstly called my mother-in-law to know if it was him who locked the gates and went with the key. He said yes and told me that my mother took another key. That's why he locked the gates.
See, you wrote today. Jesus!
When I had been calling my mother.
I had been calling my mother, not when I had been.
When I had been calling my mother, in the same time, my sister was also calling me. Picked my sister's call, and she explained me that she gave one key.
Explained to me
that she gave one key to my mother in the morning, but it was when I was closing the gate. That's why I didn't know about it. I called my mother immediately. I asked her if they had already finished. She said yes and told me that they were on their way. They were on their way back. I went to sit on the other side of our gate because there are building blocks.
Either you say building blocks or you just say blocks. When you say blocks, oh no, babang. That's it now.
Building blocks. I sat on it, even if
although it was wet.
Although it was wet. I waited for about.
I waited.
Very good. I waited for about 45 minutes before they came. My mother told me she was concerned because she thought I was standing all this time. She opened me the gate and I entered. I ate some food, told her that I was exhausted. I needed to rest a bit. I rested from 12 o'clock to 1 p.m. When I woke up, I washed plates and pots and cleaning the kitchen. At a given moment, I received a call from one girl in my sister family's in-law.
Voila. Why didn't you just say my sisters-in-laws?
C'est ma soeur-in-law.
My sisters-in-law.
Non, je ne peux pas dire que c'est ma sister's. I cannot say that because it's not my sister-in-law. It's the sister of my sister-in-law.
That is what I'm saying. Your sisters-in-law. My sisters. Blanche's book. My sisters-in-law.
I received a call from one girl in my sister's family-in-law.
My sisters-in-law from one of my sisters-in-laws. Yes.
Laws with S in end at end.
S now, yes, in-laws, because there are many in-laws.
She told me that she had just left Douala. It was 9 to 4 p.m. I asked her how she traveled and if she took the bus early like that. She said it was not her fault. She went to General Voyage, but time to leave Douala, the driver took a lot of time. When I finished doing my chores, I quickly took a bath, went for my lessons in the summer room. I finished my lesson at 5:30.
5. I told you not to write in the 7, you write, you get confused. That's what I'm saying now. You're supposed to write in English.
5:05 p.m. I went back home and rested a bit. That girl who was traveling told me that she was in front of the gate at 9 p.m. I went to open the gate and we entered into the living room. Everyone was still awake. She greeted everyone while she chatted with us. We were also carrying her baby. She's 9 months.
9 months.
9 months old. At a given moment, she received a call and I couldn't ask if her baby had food. When she finished, she came into the kitchen. I served her food. It was miongo and tomato soup. So why did I put soup?
Yeah, you want soup now? Tomato soup.
Okay. With chicken. But I already cooked porridge potatoes for her baby with fish. Before the food was cooked, her baby began to cry because she was already hungry. But when I finished, I mashed the potatoes with a fork and her mother fed her with a little plastic spoon. We left the kitchen at 11 p.m. 11 a.m.
PM.
p.m.
We were at 11 p.m.
At 11 p.m. We went to the visitors' room. We chatted and we slept a midnight.
At midnight.
At midnight.
You both slept or you both went to bed?
People went.
You went to bed or you slept? Sign here.
We went to bed before. Hours before.
No, the thing is when you went to bed, you don't know when sleep takes you now.
Non, on s'écarte parce qu'on se voit le sait. Le jour. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire?
And a book.
I understand what you want to say. But I told that we went to the bed and we chatted.
Okay.
Before
Before chatting, we slept. After chatting, we slept.
After chatting.
Before chatting, we slept. Means that people are doing the chatting.
After chatting, we slept.
Okay.
Wow.
The Odyssey reported is like this. Details that you put there. So you start on top of the word block. You start on top of the word block like that. So you just feel like one small orphan.
Not shake, just.
See, she was just sitting on top of the word block like one orphan. Imagine then she got up. Were you wearing a skirt or a trouser? Were you wearing a skirt, a trouser, or a gown?
It was a gown.
A gown. I'm sure that the gown was already wet.
Brown.
Brown. The gown was already wet behind. Okay, though. Thank you very much. A nice weekend.